Hi, it's Lizzie from Polish the Look, and I'm doing a highly requested nail stamping video. I prefer doing more freehand looks, so I'm just going to share some basic tips since I'm not advanced. First, you'll need some stamping plates. They come with all different designs, and you'll need a scraper to use on the plates as well as the actual stamper. This one is clear, which I highly recommend. It's used to lift the design and transfer it to your nails. I purchased mine from the Born Pretty online store. I also use a magic eraser to clean the stamper as well as Scotch tape. You'll also want a paper towel on hand to dry your plates and rest your scraper to keep nail polish from getting everywhere. Here I'm using cotton rounds and nail polish remover to clean in between the stamping, but if you have remover wipes, that's usually a better option since this can leave the cotton fibers behind on the tools. Start with a clean plate and make sure the surface is dry. Prep the stamper by wiping it with a magic eraser and dabbing the tape over it. You need the surface to be clean so it's able to lift the design. Otherwise, you may find that it doesn't pick up the polish from the plate. Using the right polish is also very important. This rose color I'm using is perfect because it gets opaque in one coat. You want to use thicker one-coat polishes. Even though this lime color is from the same brand, it's very thin like a lot of yellows and greens tend to be, and you don't want to be able to see the brush through the polish. Depending on the type of design you're doing, skin guards like liquid latex make for an easier cleanup around the nail. Give your plate a practice swipe by pressing the scraper firmly at a 45-degree angle. Okay, let's start with the flower design. Your nails should be painted and have a dry top coat. I cover the full image with polish. Some people paint half, but I find the scraper doesn't always disperse it evenly, so I paint all of it unless I find it flooding and picking up too much polish. See what works for you and remember to keep the 45-degree angle. Now you're ready to pick up the image. It's so important to move quickly. Waiting dries the image, causing it to crumble or not transfer at all. Quickly glance to make sure the image looks good enough, then line it up on your nail. Clear stampers allow you to see where you're placing it. If you don't use a skin barrier, you may have some cleanup to do, which can easily be done with acetone and a cleanup brush. If you tried your best and the design didn't work out, don't worry. As long as you had a top coat underneath, you can gently use remover to wipe off the top layer of your nail without having to repaint it. Just try it all over again. Then start the process over by cleaning the plate and scraper and using tape to lift any polish remnants on the stamper. All you need is the tape to clean it. When working with squishy or silicone stampers like this one, it's better to press smaller designs down firmly. There are many advanced ways to get a fancier look, but here's just a simple way to add more depth to the design. I'm using yellow and a small dotting tool to add color to the flower. These smaller designs on accent nails are a simple way for beginners to ease their way into stamping. Here's the finished look. If you're not using a clear stamper, you may have a hard time aligning the image on the nail, so larger patterns can sometimes be better for practicing since imperfections are harder to notice. One other thing to note is that new plates come with a lining that needs to be removed. For this design, I'm using an animal print and purple polish. Make sure that you get a clean swipe before using the stamper. With harder stampers or larger designs, it's best to roll the design onto the nail from side to side. I'll have to do some cleanup around the skin since I didn't use a guard. Then go ahead and repeat the process for all the nails. And remember, if you don't like what you've picked up, just use a tape on the stamper and start all over, but make this decision very quickly. You may find that you need to scrape the plate more than once in order to remove all the excess polish and get the cleanest design. You can go up and down and even side to side. I'm going to continue doing the rest of my nails, remembering to move the stamper from side to side and always work very quickly. So here's the final look. Uneven patterns like this will hide imperfections. As you can see, I wasn't as effective in scraping all the polish off before stamping. If I wanted, I could remove that layer since I had a top coat underneath and redo it, but I'm going to leave it and clean up the edges. And then of course, I will follow up with a quick drying top coat. But allow your design to set a little bit before adding to it to avoid smudging. I hope you enjoyed these two different looks. Stamping can be a lot of fun, but it does take practice, so just take your time and enjoy the process. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, check out my social links in the description below, and comment if you've tried stamping. I'll see you next time.